Morning. This is Nita with the Timepiece Garden. Panda's outside. I do this, she gets a little excited when we're with the chickens. But what I did yesterday late, um, is I went and made them little mini roosts. It's just a piece of 2x4 at the end, holding up a piece of 1x4 across the top. And you can tell they like them. They're sitting on them routinely. Over half of them will get together, nestle together, and then sleep on it. So they like them, which is awesome. Anyway, life is awesome. Chickens are doing great. Panda still watches them routinely. Oh, Panda's coming in the house. So me and the chickens will talk to you later. So let me be the first to welcome you to blackberry winter. Those white flowers right there are wild blackberries. Now I have them everywhere on the property. This just happened to be a good view. And tonight we're gonna dip. We're either gonna have a freeze or a frost. Blackberry winter, it's here. So, having said that, perennials, these guys don't care. The blueberries and the strawberries, even the onions, are just like, whatever, bring it. They don't care. However, over here in Garden 3, tomatoes and peppers are tender enough that blackberry winter could hurt them. Now, I'm not putting all the cold frames out. Does that make sense? Because we're not going to have, it's not going to be that long. It's going to be tonight. By tomorrow, 10 o'clock, it'll be over with. So I've got larger pieces of plastic with me. The tender, again, the tender stuff, the non-tender stuff, the orchas, the mustard greens, the spinaches, the lettuces, those things, they love, even the broccoli. They'll take a good cool spell. They like it. The peppers and the tomatoes do not. Does that make sense? So most of the beds are tall enough with just a couple of boards laid across the top. I can lay the plastic out and this is not going to be an issue. Again, it's just to give them a little bit of protection so the frost or freeze that happens doesn't hurt their tender leaves. Because their roots are good to go. It's just keeping the frost or freeze off of them. Because I don't know if we're going to go to 35 or to 30 tonight. So it's just, you know, prepare for the worst, hope for the best. So let me get busy. Let me get these peppers covered. And I'll talk to you in a few. All right, there it is. Again, the ground's not going to freeze. We may have 3 hours-ish where we hit, say, 32, which is a freeze. And if it's a tender leaf, it'll burn it. The trees, it may burn cherry leaves and or the apricot leaves because they'd like it a little warmer. But they're not in fruit this year, so I'm not worried about them. And you can see where even on that one, the tomato right there, that whole end isn't covered. It doesn't have to be covered. This wind is supposed to die down and the freeze is just supposed to settle in. And all you're doing is keeping the freeze or the frost, the dampness that will turn to ice off the leaves. That's all you got to do. The ground underneath is warm. It's going to stay warm and it will keep everything else from freezing. You know, without having to use a cold frame, you just need to cover it. If you have old sheets, cover them with old sheets. If you've got towels, cover them with towels. That's truly all you got to do for the stuff that won't take a short frost. So they're done. Everything else will be fine. Even the mustard greens and stuff that's in the hoop tunnel, leaving the hoop tunnel doors open, it's not going to hurt any of it. Yeah, so I do have errands to run this afternoon. So everything's covered. I'm gonna go put the wagon up from where I dragged the plastic down here. And Miss Payne and I will talk to you later.